Let's play with cat commands. So before I play with cat command, so first I'm going to that directory. Let's say directory. Uh, I'm going directory desktop. Okay, so here you can see so many things are there. So I'm going to that my project. So then go to that my project. Okay, now here I am first create one file that is called myfile.txt. Okay, so right now I'm that clear that my screen. Okay, Ubuntu terminal. So if I put clear, so it will clear the total terminal. Now here first I'm going to create myfile.txt. So what you have to do, you have to write that cat, then arrow key, then my file dot txt. Okay, now here that cursor is blinking. Now here you can write, so this is line 1, then this is line 2, then this is line 3. Then you can press Ctrl D, Ctrl plus D, that will save. Ctrl D. Okay. Now if you want to see the myfile.txt, means you want to display that file. So what you have to do? Cat, then myfile.txt. So you can see. So this is the line 1, this is line 2, this is line 3. Okay, so you got that. Now you want to create another new file, like let's say new file.txt. So again you have to do cat, then arrow, then new file.txt. Now inside that you want to write hello world. Then next line you can do this is my first Linux file. You can write anything, and then you can press Ctrl D to save the file and exit. Okay, so you can press that Ctrl D, then it will exit. Okay, and then again you can see that whether whatever you wrote, whether it is there in new file.txt or not. So for that you can use cat new file.txt. So you can see that, so everything is there. Okay, hello world, this is my first Linux file. Okay, next you want to append content to the existing file. Let's say in the new file you want to add more content. Okay, so you can do that. So what you have to do, here you have to use double arrow. So in that, here you can do that double arrow, new file text, and then enter. Okay, now here you can something you can write, adding some text. Okay, and then Control D, save. Control D, Control D. Okay, now you want to check whether whatever you add that, so that is there or not. So for that you have to give the command cat new file text. So you can see here hello world, this is my first Linux file, and then adding some text, and that is there. Okay, now you can see the multiple file, okay, using cat. Now first check how many files are there in my project. So ls, if you do that, so here you can see that 3 folder and my file text and new file text. So you want to display, you want to display the 2 file. So for that you can do cat my file and then new file. So you can see that, so both are there. This first my file, this is line 1, this is line 2, this is line 3, then new file hello world, then this is my first Linux file adding some text. Okay, so you'll see that. Now next is that cp command, copy files and directory. Okay, so Here first create some file, okay, that is original.txt and backup.txt. Okay, first I'm create that two file, otherwise you can't do that cp original.txt and backup.txt. First create that. So for that, what you have to do, cat original.txt and then backup.txt, backup.txt. So now if you do that, okay, you can, so here I did some mistakes, so you can do that like yeah, you can put arrow. Okay, now you can check that ls. Oh, it is not there, my project, so it is not working. So you can do like that first. Okay, oh, my file I am doing already it is there. Okay, so okay, first you have to do that cat, then original.txt or backup.txt. Okay, so if you do that, it is there now, it will not work. Okay, so you can do one by one. Okay, this is another file you can write. Okay, then control D. Okay, so another, so you can do that is the backup file, backup.txt. Okay, so again control D you can do. So now you can check that, so you have all this file, my file.txt and new file.txt, original.txt, now here backup.txt. Okay, now suppose you want to copy. Okay, so you can copy that, so or you can copy with another name, that is also possible, you can do that. So first here suppose you want to do that, so like, so again I'm clearing that screen, so clear. Now here I can see that okay, all this file is there. Now I want to rename another file, right? So here I can use cp that original. Okay, now I am giving another name, so maybe okay, demo.txt, demo.txt. Okay, so that cp original.txt, that will create another file, that is demo.txt, whatever content in that original.txt, so that will be in the demo.txt. Okay, so if you do that ls, so you can see here that backup.txt, demo.txt. Now you can see that what is inside that original text. So cat original, you can see here, so this is the another file that is inside that original, this text is there. Now I want to see in the demo what is that, what is the text, the similar text is there or not. So again I'm doing that cat demo, so you can see similar. Okay, so you can copy one file with new name. Okay, so now here if you put ls star dot txt, you can see that. Okay, okay, see txt, so these are the file you can see. Okay, actually we have created all this file. Now copy one file to another directory. Now if you see in that ls, so in that my project all these files are there. Now I want to copy one file to the that university. So you can back, you can see here, so in the desktop, so two folders are there, one is my project and university. So in my project all these files are there. Okay, so now I want to copy one file to the university. So first I have to go to that my project. Okay, case sensitive, my project. Okay, now here you can see that all these files are there, you can see from here also. Okay, these are the file. Now I want to copy one file, suppose I want to copy my file.txt in the document. So what you have to do, cp my file, okay, my file.txt to the documents or university. Okay, so if you do want to do, so that you can do that university, maybe slash university. If you do that, because dot dot slash means you have to go back from that my project to desktop and then enter, go into the university. So enter. Okay, now check whether in that university my file.txt is there or not. So go back and then cd university. Okay, check that. So that is there, my file.txt is there. So similarly, you can copy multiple file, that file1.txt here. So again, I'm coming out from university. I'm going to cd my project. Okay, now here if you see here, so many files are there. Okay, so that backup.txt, demo.txt, I want to copy all this to that university. So that also you can do that. Now here they are copying, means if you see, so they are doing in the backup folder. Okay, so I can create one backup folder. Okay, let's create cd, so mkdir. So if you want to create in the desktop backup folder, mkdir backup. Okay, so now you can see that three folder. Now whatever file in that my project, so I want to copy in the backup, cd I have to go that my project. Okay, so here you can see, so many files are there. So now I'm copy that cp, that backup dot text, then my file. Okay, I'm taking two. Okay, and then I'm copying to the backup. So first what you have to do, you have to come back from one step, one level. So from my, you are coming out from my project, that is dot dot slash, and then going to that backup. Okay, so backup is okay, capital. So backup. Okay, now enter. Now you coming out from that my project and enter to that backup folder. Okay, and check whether all files are there or not. So backup.txt and my file is there, so you can copy multiple files to the directory. Okay, so next is move and rename. So you can move one file like a cut and paste. Okay, so you can do that, like old name txt to rename file. So you can using cp, you can copy that with new file. Now mb you can do that. So here, so now you can change, suppose you want to change the backup.txt to some new name. Okay, so you can use mb, then backup, then new name, some file new name, you can do that. You can rename that backup file to new name, new name dot txt text file. So now you can see that, so that backup file rename with new name dot txt. Okay, so new, you can move file to another directory also. Okay, so like you want to move that new name file text to another directory. Let's say you want to move new name dot txt file to coming out, then my project. Okay, you can do that. So now if you check ls, so see only one file is there, another file directly moved. Okay, so move rename simultaneously, you can do that. Okay, suppose you want to rename and then you want to put in that my my project file. Okay, you can do that. So for that mb, you can do mb my file. Okay, my file, and then so you can do backup. Okay, and then coming out from, okay, coming out, so that is dot dot slash, and then go to the my project file. Okay, and then you can do something rename. So you want to rename that my file, maybe new my file dot txt. So you can do that, then enter. Now you can check that, so nothing is there in backup file. Now you check in that my project, so coming out and then go to that my project. Okay, and then check. So you can see that my new file is there. Okay, so everything is there in that my project file. Now I'll work with that ch mode change permission.